So today is day number 10, and I'm going to switch this up a little bit. I don't have any green screen background because I want to be able to show my screen to you and be able to hold things up that you'll actually be able to see and to be able to turn some pages. So the first thing I want to do today is go to what our discussion was this morning on our Thursday Zoom call. It was the second Thursday that I've talked specifically about building your goals and to answer any questions anybody had. A lot of great things were brought up today. Paul brought to the table some really great thinking and some talk about his plans for 2023. It was a great meeting. I didn't record it because I'm feeling more and more it's really important that you're here with us when we have our meetings, because part of this is sharing between each other and the things that we're doing. So the first thing I want to do is I want to be able to share a screen here. I'm going to try. So let me get this off, and let me get this off and this off and see if I'm able to do this. Okay, so these are the things I want to talk about, and then I'll hold this document up, and I think we can do the two things at one time as we're talking. You'll notice I've got notes and things written all over my planning that I'm doing. But let's go ahead and take this. So Tom Oliver brought up the best question of the day. He said, okay, I've been working on this. You know, he had some questions, as we all do, but specifically, what do you want? What do you want by December 31st? What do you need? What does Stacy Strobel need? What does Paul want? And so I wanted to focus on that on day 10 today. So you can finish up your business plan with exactly what needs to be in it, that needs to be submitted to me, and then I will send it on. So as we were planning, we talked about, let me just turn my pages and I'll hold things up here. I'm going to go to number 3 and then I'll come back. So you see number 3 here. Let me see if I can enlarge that. Yeah, I can. Okay. So number 3 was this sheet right here. Okay. If I can hold it up any better than that. Okay. This sheet. What are you going to keep doing? What are you going to stop doing? And what are you going to start doing? That's the first place to start. Number 3 should have been at number 1. But what are you going to keep doing, stop doing, and start doing in 2023? Then you'll go and you'll look at what is actually number 4, the 6 foundations. Okay, so look at the 6 foundations, number 4, which is on your screen right now. And that sheet was this one here. You can see up at the top, it says foundations. Hopefully you can see it. I'm holding it up so you can see it. All right. And in the foundations, there's commitment, accountability, why, vision, mission, and values. Okay. Write those out. What is your commitment this year? Write out what you're obsessed with, what you're committed with, what you want to do in the future in 2023. In the accountability, what other accountability help do you need? Do you need a partner? Do you need somebody to coach you? What is it that you're looking for? Your why. What motivates you? That's your why. Why are you doing this job in the first place? Why are you here? What's your why in building your business? Next, what is your vision? Your vision, as it's stated right here, is a clear, detailed description of your business in the future. It says 3 to 5 years here. Let's just take care of year number 1. Let's just take care of 2023. We can go on to 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, whatever. What is your vision for 2023? Next, what is your mission? And then what are your values? Then we're going to look at your SWOT analysis, which is number 5. And your SWOT analysis looks at your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats. It's this sheet right here. Okay, so write right on it. Make copies of it and write right on it. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What opportunities do you see in the real estate market this year? Listen, all the experts are saying that the real estate business will be down 15% this year. You don't think that Stacy Strobel is looking hard at what she's going to be able to do this year with 15% less revenue? You think that Paul's thinking about what am I going to do to be able to pay my bills this year with, if there is 15% less revenue? And so you need to figure out, what are you going to do this year? Okay. So what are your strengths and so forth? Now we skip up to this, where we're talking about your goals, your SMART structure. So this is how I would do it. This sheet right here. Okay. Your SMART goals for this year. I would make copies of the sheet for each big goal that you have. Okay. So if you look at this sheet, it'll say specific. What do you want to accomplish? Okay. I want to accomplish helping renters own their own homes. All right. Measurable. How will I know when it's accomplished? Okay. My goal for that might be to convert 6 renters to buyers this year, to work a system that has perhaps a lender, a title company, myself, all in working towards helping 6 renters move out of their homes and purchase their own home. The next one on this list is achievable. Is this achievable? And you have to put, how can the goal be accomplished? Well, we know, just looking at numbers, that there can be one deal per 150 conversations you have. All right. To me, that means if I want to do 4 or 5 deals, I'm going to have 500 or 600 conversations with renters and helping them realize that they can own a home. Next is our relevant on this sheet. Relevant. Is it relevant? Does this seem worthwhile? Okay, you decide. If getting 4 transactions this year by working this one goal that I have, this one measurable goal, great, then it is relevant. Time bound. When can I accomplish this goal? The last thing. Well, I want to accomplish it by December 31st of 2023. That's my first SMART goal. Now, the next sheet, I pull out the next sheet because I made several copies, is that I want to build a farm. I want to have a geographical farm that I work. Okay. Specifically, what do I want to accomplish? Okay. I want a farm area that produces 4 sales. Measurable. How will I know when it's accomplished? When I get 4 sales. Achievable. How can I achieve the goal? You put your plan in there. I'm going to go to each house in a neighborhood of 300 homes once a month. Is it relevant? Does it seem worthwhile? Well, of course it's worthwhile if it gets the number that you want and you're able to work your farm in a way that it's financially smart and time bound. When can I accomplish this goal? Okay. Remember, we're going to break all this down in 12-week quadrants. So after 12 weeks, we're going to look at your goals. I'm actually going to pull out your goals, and hopefully you'll have a copy and you'll see what you set out to do with these goals. So there's 2 sheets to this. What if you have a third one? You want to work FSBOs. Okay. 3 things that you want to do in your business consistently every day and competently. You fill out the same thing. Specific. What do I want to accomplish? You say what you want to accomplish. I want to help 3 FSBOs sell their homes in 2023 using the professional help of me. Okay. So forth and so on. All right. Next, we go up to number 1. How many transactions do you want to do? Do you remember this sheet where I broke it down? 6 different areas in North Texas. You find your area and you figure out what the median sale is, 50% higher, 50% lower, and how many transactions you need to do to accomplish your goal. Pretty simple. Okay. Next, write it. By the way, write your notes on there. Put your show your work, show your notes on here, and just write the number that you need right on it. Okay. Here's the basic numbers where, I have the assumptions, and I'd write right on here, right here. What is it that you want to accomplish? What's the dollar amount? Write on it just so you can see it. So it's in front of you. Next, number 2, how many sponsorships are you going to have? Okay. And that sheet will explain to you some sponsoring for that, how you're going to do it and so forth. Again, with that sheet that we just had a couple minutes ago, your SMART sheet, you can put on there your smart sheet right here, this one, that you want to recruit 2 people and to exit by December 31st. Okay. Specific. What do I want to accomplish? I want to bring in 2 people. Is it measurable? How will I know when it's accomplished? Achievable? How can the goal be can it be accomplished? How can it be accomplished? You need to talk to people. You need to have a plan. Is it relevant? Is it worthwhile? And is it time bound? Okay, next. What specific prospecting will you do? Are you going to do geographical farming? Are you going to pick up the phone? Are you going to do renters to buyers? Are you going to do expireds? Are you going to knock doors? What are the things? And in the sheets that I gave you, here's some examples. If you can't think of any, here's some examples of what you can do. You can call people, text, social media, role playing. You can do handwritten notes. You can do door knocking, physical prospecting, geo farming. You can do networking. There actually is a way to figure out what you can achieve by getting more clients by actually talking to people. All right. So that's next. Next one is from the 2023 business plan. This one right here. It's hard for me to see and do this at the same time. Okay. And this is asking you to look at your marketing plan and then look specifically at your unique selling proposition for what you set out to do. So on this sheet, remember, this one has how to do it or a geographical farm, and it says the things that you have to do to have a successful geographic farm that you can put on your calendar and you can work, and you can do this for each phase of each of the parts of the business you want to do. Okay. Next, break down the numbers. Breaking down the numbers. Let me just pull the sheet out so there's no not knowing. I suggested that you draw a line between here. 2022 is here. 2023 is in the next column. 2 columns. Some of you didn't have a 2022. A couple of you are new. Okay. So put this in as you look at your calendar. How many days do you plan to work? Remember, go to your calendar first and figure out when you're not going to be working, when you are going to be working. Figure things like, when you plan to take training. If you go to the Exit Convention the 3rd week in October, if you go to Florida for the Southeast Regional meeting, the rally that's in March, put that on your calendar now and you work around it. It's kind of like setting a doctor's appointment, right? If you're scheduling surgery for the 14th of February, probably a bad day, the 18th of February, you know that is something that you have to be present at, right? And you plan around it. Okay. So your numbers, as much as you can put on here that you possibly can. Okay. The next sheet was, I think, one that's kind of confusing, but there's actually 2 pages to it. It was a one that looks like this. Okay. And the first question is, what are going to be your lead sources? The next one, challenges. The next sheet talks about accountability mechanisms. Repeating a little bit, but again, reminding you of your accountability mechanisms and what kind of training do you need to accomplish this. You might find that you need or desire to get an ABR, okay, an accredited buyer's representative designation in order to do the work that you want to do and show your value. So from that, you then finish it up for the submission to us with this, your weekly calendar. Now, tomorrow, I'm going to be sending you an one that you can actually fill in from your computer. So you can choose to use the one that I provided in this on these sheets. You can use that one if you would like. You just make multiple copies of it, and each week you set your calendar. What you're going to find out with doing your calendar and when you're doing your time blocking, things are going to fall into place for you. It might be difficult at first, but it becomes easier as you do it because you have a foundation to time block your life. Okay, so I've taken you through what is needed to submit by December 31st your business plan. And I'm guessing, I know that it's more than you've ever done before, probably in your real estate business and probably for your life in general. It's just pretty detailed, and it's going to take some time. If you don't finish it all by December 31st, get in what you can. But we are going to finish these, and because we know to put you on a road to success, you really need to have them. So again, tomorrow is day 11. So we'll finish up day 11 tomorrow, and you'll have just a couple days really to get your whole plan completed, finished, and handed in. Now, I need them sent to me at my email at soarwithexit@gmail.com. I will put that on our Facebook page, our special Facebook page. And I noticed that not very many of you go to the Facebook page on a daily or weekly basis. That page is really for us, and it's for us to discuss questions that we have, and to talk about things within our company. So use that page. It's for us. It's for you. And so I will put my information up there so everybody will know where to send it. And in the meantime, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. You can reach out to Paul if you would like, and we'll try to help you any way that we can. And I appreciate you doing this. This is a big undertaking. I want you to know something. There aren't very many offices that do this. I don't know of any office, of any coach, of any owner of an office who has taken the agents through a planning process with a 15-day starter, a 2-hour schedule to talk about our business plan, followed up by 11 days of specific step-by-step ways to get it done. And it's something that you deserve to have. And we've got it. You're covered. And so get it done. And I look forward to seeing your goals. Keep in mind, they're all confidential within the planning team at our office: Paul, myself, Bob McKinnon, and Mike. The 4 of us will be the only ones that see your personal goals. Okay. So feel free to write on there. They're confidential. I'm not going to share your dreams, your hopes, and your dreams with anybody else unless I would ever have your permission. And we'll go from there. Look forward to seeing them. Thanks so much, you guys.